Dave at 585-261-4075 or visit our website.
The Mohawk Valley. Let's see.
It's time for the Cooper Group's road trip to Barneveld. We're traveling in a new 2007 Jeep Compass, courtesy of Copper City Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Rome. Barneveld was the first settlement in the town of Trenton. Garrett Boone, a representative of the Holland Land Company, created the village, which was once known as the Village of Trenton. The underlying limestone beds in Barneveld are known as the Trenton Group and extend as far west as Ohio and north to Minnesota. Trenton limestone was extensively quarried through the early 20th century and used to build the Utica State Hospital, 10 locks on the Black River Canal, and many beautiful homes and buildings, like the Barneveld Free Library. The library's cornerstone was laid in 1877, and over the years the library has grown into a museum and historical center as well.
To see what we can see, traveling round the Mohawk Valley. Let's see.
When you step into this historic library, take a walk down to the end of the building inside, because you're going to find something at the fireplace here that is really, really intriguing. These tiles, we're told, are Dutch. They were brought over from Holland in 1877 when the building was constructed. And it's pretty obvious to me anyway that each one of them represents some type of a parable. We don't know what the parable is. Probably they are age-old stories that came from Holland. For those of you who are of Dutch lineage, perhaps somebody in your family, a grandmother or a great-grandmother, may know the story behind these parables. If you happen to know, let us know. Right here, smack in the middle of the village of Barneveld, and behind Mappa Hall and across the street from Unity Hall, there is what may be, I think, the smallest covered bridge in the world. It was built by the community to connect their walking trails right here in the village, and it's called Vilonia Bridge. Why? Because, again, Garrett Boone. That was the name that was up on the gable in one of his mills, and it was a motto of some type, and that was why they took it and named the bridge Vilonia Bridge.
Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home.
If you would like to feel for a theater that goes back more than a century, then the place to come is to Unity Hall. You come up here and everything is wainscoted. The stage is about 3 foot off of the floor. You will find here, which is something you don't find that I know of any place in the area, actual footlights. And the feeling of a performance here is unlike any other that you'll experience. It was built in 1896, and there are things here today that were here when it was built, including the chandelier. Check it out, because it was originally a gas chandelier. Now it's electric, and it is absolutely magnificent. I have fond memories myself of having performed here several times, and you can come here on Saturday night to catch a performance that you'll be learning more about in a second from Stanley Harris.
Back home. Just trying to find my way back home.
Well, we have a modern Irish band, Cluadan, that will come and perform. We also have Irish dancers from the Butler School of Dance in Rome. It's billed as a pre-St. Patrick's Day festival. So we hope to get the community out and let them see our beautiful hall and enjoy some entertainment. It was built in 1896 as the parish house for the Unitarian Church here in Barneveld. And the ladies of the church were tired of having the entire church membership traipse through their homes for social events. So they raised $1,700 because they, quote unquote, wanted to do it right, and built this building through ice cream socials and pie sales and things of that nature. It's amazing to understand that $1,700 would build this back then. It was used primarily from the beginning as the parish house, but then it really did become a community center for the entire community. It was used for various things in the 40s and 50s. The Layman's League, which was a precursor to the Rotary Club, used it. And then kind of because of the advent of television and entertainment in your home, it kind of fell into disuse. It was only used for church events. In 1993, a local member of the Unitarian Church, George Landecker, made up his mind that he was going to make it back into a community center again. And him and two other prominent members of the community formed the foundation and set about bringing it back to the center of community life.
Tickets are available at the door or ahead of time at Adirondack Art, Holland Patent Pharmacy, Adirondack Cheese Company, the Butler School of Dance, or where we're having lunch today at the Adirondack Lanes. Get your ticket either before or the evening of the show because it's going to be one great night of entertainment. If I can get the ticket here. I'm not very good at selling tickets. There you go.
My heart begins to race. Thought of her just scares me away. I can see her home. I can see
If you're into shopping, you can come to Barneveld to the corner of Mappa Ave and Boone Street because here on the corner there's a place called Lori Beth's Shadow Box. And you want to talk variety, there are some 30 dealers here. You can spend hours shopping, bring your credit card. I went around here for a little bit and came across something that I could buy, which I don't think I can find down in the lower part of the Mohawk Valley. These are Nani's Gourmet Dog Biscuits, wheat flavored. So my dog, Molly, is going to be in for a real treat because of the trip today to Barneveld.
I'm not trying. Get that southern girl back in my life.
If you're like Carrie, and if you're smart, you'll take to the back roads here to the Trenton greenbelt, which is off of the Sand Ridge Road, and come upon these trails, which are a couple of miles long, go through woods. There are some nice hills out there. You can either cross-country ski or come out here with your snowshoes. But typical of the Mohawk Valley, there's something about this place that's unique because all of the trails go through private lands, and the farmers and other landowners very kindly have allowed the public to go across their private property to enjoy another one of the wonders of the Mohawk Valley.
Be kind and assert and pretend. Just trying to find my way back home.
Just before you turn left into Barneveld on Route 12, you'll be going through Mapledale, and there's a diner here, the Adirondack Lanes and Diner. Stop in, try their special. I had the open face prime rib with real mashed potatoes. We're in the Lanes part of the Adirondack Lanes Diner, and I've just met a fellow by the name of Earl Card. Now, the significant thing about Earl is that last week he bowled 212, right? But more significant than that is the fact that last week he had his birthday and he turned 90, which is about what I bowl when I bowl. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, it started as a bowling alley and a diner, as it currently is. Started in the early 60s, and we took it over about 21 years ago and kept it in the same form. Pretty much any group you could think of from 5 years old to 85 years old. It's a great family sport. We do a lot of birthday parties, and we have the rock and bowl on Saturday nights for the teenagers. So pretty much any age group that you can think of still enjoys bowling. I live 1 mile down the road all my life. I was born and raised here. I love it here. I love the Four Seasons, and I just wouldn't be anywhere else.
Today, our Mohawk Valley Living viewers can stop in, and Fitz, the owner, has offered to give you a half-price steak and eggs breakfast if you buy one at full price.